Hi everyone, I'm FMGreeno. Welcome along to episode 29 of the Greeno Tour. We're about 6 games into the new season here with Luton Town, and what a start we have made. So what better place to start than the schedule screen, and as you can see here, form has been impressive. So we were together last for that Oldham game to open the season, a 1-0 win. We followed that up by going to Birmingham, beating them 3-1 away from home, very good result. Then we played West Ham at home and beat them as well. Don't forget West Ham just relegated out of the Premier League, so a team full of stars. Travelled to Southend for the Carabao Cup, beat them 3-1. Portsmouth away, a 4-1 win. That was a great result. Away to Hull, 2-1. Away to Watford in the next round of the Carabao Cup. Of course, that's a very, very fiercely fought derby match. Beat them 3-2. Watford are a Premier League team, so that was a really great result. And the last game we've played was Middlesbrough at home. We beat them 3-1. And we've just had an international break, so players have had a good week off. And they're coming back for a game today against Aston Villa. So what does all that mean for the league table? Well, it means that after 6 games, we top it. 6 games, 6 wins, goal difference of +10. I really did not expect that at the start of this season, to be honest. Some of our players have been in very, very good form. You see here Balogun, the lad we've got on loan from Arsenal. He's got 4 league goals already. Mahoney with 5 assists from the wide right position. He's doing really well. Overall, I couldn't be happier with it. In the background, we continue to work on improving our staff, and that's also going very well. We asked the club to add a couple more coaches, which they've done yet again, so we're up to 9 coaches in total. That means we've been able to get 2 fitness coaches and 2 goalkeeping coaches on board. And as you can see here, our coaching record now, we have the 2nd best goalkeeping coach in the Championship, and the best in every other area. The recruitment team still needs a little bit of work. As you can see here, though, we are the 2nd best and the 3rd best in the data analysis. Physio side of things needs a little bit of work too, but that'll come in time. We have just finished the transfer window now, and a little bit of news, not anything too earth-shattering though. We have a Brazilian lad who's going to be coming in at the turn of the year, Jameson, 18-year-old new gen. You can see here he's a centre-half. Decent, I think. You look at his physicals for an 18-year-old, they're only going to improve over time. His mentals aren't too bad. Good bravery here. Decent work rate. And whilst his technicals certainly need some work, his heading, marking and tackling are pretty decent for a kid of his age. So, yeah, happy for him to come in. He might even be challenging for a starting spot when he gets here. In terms of the other business we've done, again, not an enormous amount. We've shipped a few more loan players out just to get some minutes into them. Don't forget we haven't got a reserve team here, so otherwise they're just going to be sat around doing nothing. We made 1 signing, Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, a central midfielder, coming from Crystal Palace for £2 million. He's on a fairly hefty salary by our standards, so I'm hoping for good things from him. But he does have the ability to play either in the normal central midfield role or as a defensive midfielder, so it's nice to have that versatility in the squad. Dewsbury-Hall is going to make his debut for us today. He comes straight into the team in that defensive midfield role. We have Luke Berry out injured at the moment, who's a starting central midfielder for us. So Mpanzu has moved up into that box-to-box role, and Dewsbury-Hall comes in to replace Mpanzu. On the left-hand side today, Brown is back in. The reason for that, Anthony Elanga is not quite as fit as he would like to be. He's been away on international duty and played quite a bit of football, I think. So we're going to play Brown up here in the left wing, and Devine, who's a very, very capable left-back, is going to come in and play in that role today. Other than that, it's pretty much the same team that you'll have seen before. Let's get into the game. So it looks like a sellout here today at the Power Court. Obviously, Villa are quite a big draw, and the form we're in, obviously all the local fans want to get on board and get amongst what we're doing. The form has just been incredible. I just can't really believe it, to be honest. The game against West Ham, I thought we did really well. And to beat them, with them having just been relegated, was great. Villa, of course, are another team who've just been relegated and are in fairly decent form themselves. They're 6th in the league. having won 4 and lost 2 of their games so far. They seem to be having slightly the better of things, but not by an awful lot. Of course, Aston Villa, as you can see, a team with lots of decent players in there. You've got Tyrone Mings here, Jack Grealish, Trezeguet, Konza, Cash. So quite a lot of players that have come down from the top flight with them. Looks like they have an opportunity here to attack on our left, but that's easily picked up by O'Leary. He's been in very good form since he came in. 600 grand for him seems like a very, very good deal. Balogun here on the ball. Out on the right. Gets it to the fullback, Bree, who's overlapping. Can he get a cross in? Gets round his man. Does get the ball in. Oh, and just nodded over. That's unlucky. It's a good chance. Highlight straight from the goal kick. Balogun gets on the ball again. Here comes Brown. Morel. He has some space to run into here on the right. There's Mahoney. Can they find the overlap? Nope. Not yet. Still on though. Going all the way back. Keeping the ball nicely. Looking for the right opportunity to get the ball forward. That's a good ball to Morel. Finds Balogun. Oh, what a finish. Oh, it's disallowed. That's unfortunate. He must have been just offside. Balogun has been in absolutely scintillating form since he came on board. Yeah, he's a yard offside there. He's played 5 games for us in all competitions and scored 7 goals, which is quite some strike rate, I think, isn't it? We'll be happy with that if he manages to keep that up all season. We're going into the last 5 minutes or so of the half here. Oh, it looks like Brown has picked up a knock, so that's a change we might have to make at half-time. Bringing Elanga on. Like I say, his fitness isn't quite what we'd like it to be, but he's more than fit enough to last a half of football. So let's get into the dressing room here. We'll make that change. And here we go. So Brown off, Elanga on, like for like. Okay, what are we going to say to the boys? I'm going to tell them we're pleased with how things are going, keep it up. There we go. Look, that's inspired and motivated everybody. So, more than happy with that team talk. Straight out for the second half. You can see here we're having slightly the better of it in terms of XG now. Bit more possession. We're doing all right. Divine is on a yellow, so let's just give him a little reminder to ease off tackles. We don't want to get a red card in this game if we can possibly avoid it. The hour gone now. Still nobody troubling the scorers. I know we've had a 6-game winning streak in the league, but I wouldn't be too disappointed if we end up drawing this game. That looked like it could have been offside, but obviously not. Great save. What a save that was. Like I say, for 600 grand, you can't argue with goalkeeping like that, can you? And so we're coming up to the 70-minute mark. It might be time to make another couple of changes, so I'm going to get in and do that. I'll be back in a moment. So just the one change. Morel was struggling a little bit, so we have brought on Glass for him. He can play in a similar kind of playmaker role. Got about 10 minutes to go. Still nobody troubling the scorers. Corner here, though. Good ball in. Headed clear. This could well be a counter-attack opportunity for Aston Villa, though. Robertson making great ground down the left here. Can we stop him getting a cross in? We can. Well done. Clearance, however, doesn't find one of our players. O'Leary now on the ball. Divine on the left. Up to Elanga. Very long highlight this. Oh, what a terrible piece of play that was. Grealish gets in to win the ball. Fired wide. Well, there we are. It's an indication of the quality Aston Villa have. They've just brought Patrick Bamford off the bench. I think we're going to make one last change here. Just go with something a little bit different up front. We're going to put... We can't take Elanga off after bringing him on, can we? I know he's knackered, but we just can't really do that. He'll throw his toys out of the pram. So we're going to bring Collins on up front. We'll put him as a target man. And see if a little bit of a battering ram can make a difference in the last few minutes. Doesn't look like it, though. Still no more highlights. We're into injury time. 4 minutes of it. One last chance here, perhaps. Headed clear from the corner, but Elanga picks it up for us. Driving towards the edge of the box. Good effort, but forced to saves. And so I think that might well be it. We have about 20 seconds left on the clock. Villa with a throw in deep in their territory. If they don't get the ball forward really quickly here, the clock is going to run out, surely. Tyrone Mings making a good run down the left, but a good challenge by Mahoney there. And that's got to be time up, surely. We're 20 seconds over the allotted 4 minutes of injury time. Mings seems in no hurry to take the throw. And that's it. Finishes 0-0, but at home to Aston Villa, I'm happy with that result. In terms of the league table, that draw doesn't actually knock us off the top or anything like that. We are still there with 19 points from our 7 games. Reading sit 2 points behind us on 17 points. Then a group of clubs, Preston, Cardiff and Blackburn on 15. In terms of the schedule, we've got some interesting games coming up. I think that probably the most exciting one is Arsenal. Got them at home in the Carabao Cup. Not expecting too much out of that, but we'll give it a go. I think where I'm going to bring you back, though, is the Preston game. Like I mentioned, they're one of those teams in the playoff positions, 4 points behind us right now. Not one of the teams you'd expect as a traditional kind of big boy in the Championship. Pretty much similar to ourselves. So I think that would be a really interesting game. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It wasn't exactly a goal fest, but a really creditable performance, I think, against a very strong team with some really good players in it. If you did enjoy it, please drop a like on there for me. Help me get seen by more people, of course. And if you've got any comments about this episode, the series as a whole, our season so far, please drop them in the comments section below. And of course, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, come and hop on the Greenobus. There's plenty of room for you all. It just remains for me to thank you for watching, and I will see you soon for some more action with Luton Town. Bye for now.